crowd joining us here today. I'm Dave Brown along ringside. Lance Russell is taking the day off today, and joining me here is someone who I think you've probably seen before on Championship Wrestling. Big Jack Eaton will be here. And Jack, we got a terrific Championship Wrestling card coming up.
Now, I can't take Lance's place, Dave. I'll just sit in here and try to fill his... but no, nobody can take Lance's place, and boy, do we have a program for you today. How about this? The Rock and Roll RPM, along with Rocky Johnson, the Nasty Boys. The Nasty Boys. Yeah. The Commission, Jarrett and Travis, and who knows who else they stop by.
Oh, I tell you, great matches coming up. We're going to get them all in. We better start right now. We'll be back with Championship Wrestling in just a moment.
Get him out of there. Mike Davis and Tommy Lane from Atlanta versus Greg Jones and David Wilson. They are from Arkansas. Dave, this looks like it's got to be pretty evenly matched bout up here.
I tell you, the Rock and Roll RPMs do have to go in as a favorite, though, out of Atlanta, Georgia. They are tough guys. Mike Davis and Tommy Lane, tough bunch. Going against a couple of youngsters. We are underway with this match. One fall, 15 minutes, the overall time limit on it. Tommy Lane is starting for Rock and Roll RPM. Greg Jones and David Wilson. Not off to a very good start. Tommy Lane over to the corner, makes a tag on Mike Davis. Mike Davis. With a cover. Whoa, he picked him up. Picked him up with a hair. I don't know if he could have gotten a 3 count or not. Early in the match, even though he's wrestling a youngster, he's still fresh, but Mike Davis elected not to go for the pin. Tommy Lane comes in after the tag. Jack, that can cost him. You've seen people lose matches by doing that sort of thing.
Suplex and 1, 2.
Pick him up again.
Yeah.
Tommy Lane doing the same thing. Rock and Roll RPMs obviously are just determined to inflict a little punishment here on David Wilson and Greg Jones. That kick. Mike Davis with a demonstration here. Tommy Lane back in. Rock and roll is back, says Mike Davis. Well, I tell you, from what we're seeing right now, I don't have any doubts about that. But remember, you're going against a very young team, Mike Davis. Greg back up on his feet slowly. Mike Davis with a vicious knee lift, popped him right back down to the mat. Rock and Roll RPMs keeping a fresh man in here. Boy, they're not staying in more than 15, 20 seconds, and they're right back to the corner making the tag. Crowd wanting Greg and David to get a tag together. Boy, they need it. Tommy Lane makes the tag. Here's Mike Davis coming back. Boy. Jack, so far, this was just all rock and roll.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a better match than this. I'll tell you, this poor devil, I think he made a mistake getting in the ring. They are all over. Oh, wow.
Greg and David just really have been battered here by Rock and Roll RPM. Look at that move. There's a cover. This might be it. Count is 1, 2. If he doesn't pick him up, he's got him. Count is 3. 2 minutes, 32 seconds to time. And a celebration for Mike Davis and Tommy Lane, the Rock and Roll RPM, as they have themselves a victory. Greg Jones and David Wilson, a couple of young guys, and well, you know, it's a tough way to learn. That's the way you get experience.
It is a tough way to learn. I'll go along with that.
They're kind of helping each other out of there right now. Well, wait a minute here.
Look at this.
Big Bubba coming out. Bubba and the Prince joining us right here, and.
Dave, I tell you what, I really come out here to talk to you because I trust you as an individual. I have a lot of respect for you. And I know you couldn't possibly have anything to do with what happened in the Coliseum with these dirtbags, Lance Russell and Eddie Marlin.
Now, wait a minute.
Well, no, listen to me now, okay? I feel that I was robbed out there. Everybody knows that I'm a much better dancer than Rocky Johnson. I have more soul on my little finger, and he's got his whole body.
Well, now, the contest, the fans voted?
Well, let me tell you something. I got it figured this way. I figured that these guys went out and they got speakers, and they put them all over the Coliseum, see? And they came down here during one of Memphis's football games and taped all the boos for their football team, see? And at the proper time, when they went to announce my name, they flipped the switch, and it sounded like there was 100,000 people out there booing me. Everybody knows there was only about 8,000 or 10,000 people out there, and they all love me. They love me. Oh, you know that. You know that, and I know that. Well, this is why, hey, I've made arrangements today with the powers that be, all the technicians and stuff like that. We're going to take it dark in the studio a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of swervis here, a little bit of curvis, you know. And let me tell you something. What I want is I want all those hundreds of thousands of viewers out there, I want them to take and write letters to Eddie Marlin and expose the truth. The fact that I am the finest man in professional wrestling, and the man with the most soul is right here in Memphis.
You want the fans to write in and say that you are the best dancer they've ever seen.
I just want them to be honest, because all the people know out there that I am the best. That's all.
Only superstar.
Well, you're not bigger than I am. I'm not going to try to stop it if you want to put on a dance demonstration here.
I have a lot of trust in your opinion, you know, and I hold it very dear to me. That's why I came out here and talked to you.
Well, are you ready?
I'm ready, baby.
Let's, if you've made arrangements with the music, let's give it a shot right here. All right, I'll get out of your way. All right. Big Bubba with a dance exhibition here.
Peppers, but run right, rhyme, Humpty, fell down, that's his art, time, Jaggers, nimble,
what?
nimble,
And he was
quick,
but Jack,
Matt, Pastor Jack, saw J. Dick.
my little boy, be cold, lost her cheek, and Rick Van Winkle fell a hella asleep, and out of children summer in Wonderland, Jack serving Jill bucket in his hand, and damn magazine making out that sound, the turntables might wobble, but they don't fall down.
There, no doubt about it. Now, if you think Big Bubba's the best dancer you've ever seen, just write the television station you're watching. And
it's all about, you know, I just want to write those letters and be honest. That's all it is.
All right, send them to Championship Wrestling, care of the television station you're watching. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more right here in just a moment. Big matches coming up in Evansville on Wednesday night, September 9th. I'll tell you about them in just a moment. First, a quick reminder to all you folks around Huntingburg, Indiana, that Thursday, September 10th, there will be championship wrestling in Memorial Gym at 5th Street and Main in Evansville on Wednesday night. War Games Battle Royal Weapons match coming up. In this one, weapons are involved in preliminary matches. The winner of the preliminary match gets to use that weapon in the Battle Royal coming up later on. Certainly that would give you an advantage if you can legally bring a foreign object into the ring in a Battle Royal, which is tough enough without any weapons around. Opening match of the night, a cowbell match. Bobby Jaggers will be going against John Paul. Then a chain will be on a pole. Bill Dundee and Rock and Roll RPM's Tommy Lane will be trying to get the chain, win the match, and then be able to use the chain in the Battle Royal later. Billy Travis and King Carl Fergie will both step into the ring with hickory switches. They'll be legal in that first match, and then the winner can carry it on to the Battle Royal. Hot stick on a pole, the cattle prod. Tracy Smothers goes against Rock and Roll RPM's Mike Davis. Then Jeff Jarrett will have a kendo stick. The mighty Goliath will have a kendo stick as they step into the ring in their preliminary match. Rocky Johnson and Big Bubba go against each other wearing boxing gloves in the preliminary War Games match. Then a strap match. All four of them will have them when they step in the ring. Paul Diamond and Pat Tanaka going against the Nasty Boys, Brian Knobs and Jerry Sag. Those are the preliminary matches, the battle royal to follow. The winners of the preliminary matches get to have their weapons, whatever it might be the kendo stick, the straps, the chain on a pole, whatever. They get to carry them into the battle royal as they attempt to win the grand title from that whole thing. Those weapons will be legal in that final match. Make your plans right now to be there. War Games matches in Evansville coming up Wednesday night, September 9th.